Welcome back, beautiful creatures. Thanks so much for hanging out with me here today. I'm Cordelia, and today's video is going to be a little full face makeup tutorial on my weekend getaway makeup. Now for me, when I'm thinking about doing weekend getaway makeup, I'm looking for something that is very simple, very fast, goof proof. So I went barely there. In the past, I would have always packed like very extreme bold makeup like I did for my honeymoon. But this weekend, I just wanted to go another direction and have something that I could put together, you know, like a look I could put together in like, 5 to 10 minutes, whatever, and be done. So I put together this very simple, like light look, which is not my normal style. So if you want to see what I used, why I used it, just keep watching. All right, so the quickest and easiest part of my weekend getaway makeup is probably the eyes. I'm going to use Danessa Myricks Universal Blurring Balm, and yes, I have the mini shade, which is perfect for travel. And I'm going to put this on my eyes. So for my eyeshadow, I actually packed a multi-purpose product. I packed a highlighter that I can use as an eyeshadow, and I went for the KimChi Chic Beauty KimChi and Trixie Mattel collab highlighter, and this is called WTHighlight Double Diamonds. And so it has a blue side and a pink side. This is the blue side, this is the pink side, and it changes, it shifts, like you got some fun action going on. And you can use your finger or you can use a makeup brush depending on your eye shape. And I'm just going to take the blue side, and that's what I put on my eyes for eyeshadow for my little getaway weekend. Just a little bit of sparkle. And see, it's not over the top. I typically like to be very over the top with my makeup, but this is just like, it's nice, it's eye brightening. So the next thing is curling your lashes and adding mascara. Okay, so I put on my mascara. I put on Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara in the black shade Bryn. And I used my Eyeko Lash Curler because that's what works for me. So that's all we're doing for the eyes. It's very, very simple. So after I have my eyes done, the next step for me to do is my brows. And if I'm doing natural looking brows, I tend to use NYX products. I use NYX Micro Brow Pencil in gray, and I use the NYX Thick It Stick It Brow Gel in Cool Ash Brown. So that's what I use if I want natural looking brows. For this weekend, I ended up using Buxom's Powerful Plum Lip Liner because it's a color that I felt like coordinated with my hair. And then I'm going to put NYX Thick It Black Brow Gel in Clear on top to help hold the hairs in place. And because I get occasionally asked, no, I've never overplucked my brows. I didn't even start shaping my brows until I was in my 30s, so they're just naturally sparse. So now that my brows are done, the next product I'm going to use is the LA Girl. This is the Instant Finish Multi-Use Primer. It's supposed to prime, cover, blur, and perfect, and it does that. I love it. I'm using shade Light, and it's got a like thin, moussey texture. When you're putting this on, make sure you do a very thin layer. It has a lot of silicone slip to it. Similar to the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, but more slip in my opinion. Oh, and another thing about doing this, after you have this on your face, you want to let it sit for, I don't know, I'd say 1 to 2 minutes just to make sure it's set all the way before you do the rest of your makeup. I like going back with a brush so that I can make sure I get a nice thin layer everywhere. And the LA Girl Primer really does live up to like what it claims. It does a great job of blurring imperfections, of giving you just a little bit of coverage. And I love the matte finish. It's really nice. Like my camera is really dark right now. There we go. But yeah, I like to go over it with a brush just to make sure that's a nice thin layer everywhere. And then I just set a timer on my phone for like 90 seconds and wait for that to feel like it dries. Okay, it's been 90 seconds and I'm nice and dry. Like my primer's nice and dry. I'm gonna zoom in because I want you to see just how I feel like this looks great on my skin. I have dry 45-year-old skin with some fine lines and pores. So here's what it looks like on the forehead. Face, you can see I have a zit right there that's still healing. See, it doesn't like quite get rid of all of like the hyperpigmentation on my face, but it does blur it. I feel like it does a great job of blurring the pores, especially through here. So the next step in my weekend getaway makeup is using a contour type shade, and I'm using Laura Geller's Balance and Brighten foundation in the shade Medium. Medium is a neutral that is deeper than my skin tone, and I'm putting it on this, this is a face-hugging, heavenly skin brush from It Cosmetics. And I'm just kind of going along my cheekbones here and using it to add some color right here. And then I kind of take whatever's left over on the brush and hit around the edges of my face. I'm just trying to add some dimension to my skin. And then I get a little bit under here. Okay, now that I have the medium where I want it, I'm going to take the shade Fair in the same foundation line and just kind of buff that into my skin. I'm not really going for like a ton of like full coverage or anything. I'm just trying to get like a nice, even, smooth application. So now that's on, the next step in my weekend getaway makeup is to put on a blush, and you can use any blush that you like. For me, for my last weekend getaway, I used Too Faced Velvet Crush. I happen to love this blush line, but I do not like the packaging. I find it a pain in the butt to open. And I'm just putting a little bit of color on my cheeks. I find that Velvet Crush is actually a pretty natural looking type of a blush shade on me. So it's kind of perfect for I don't want to look like I'm putting on a ton of makeup or trying really hard, but I want to look like I have put a little bit of effort in. Now I'm going back to the highlighter, and I'm going to take the pink side. Alright, now that's on, we're going to move on to the lips. And for weekend getaway makeup, I went really simple with the lips. I used NYX Fierce Flirt Pencil because this light mauve pink is a great My Lips But Better color for my skin tone. And for my getaway weekend, I actually used the Buxom Spellbound gloss, which is a plumping gloss, but Dave absolutely hated this. So he asked me to get a gloss that was not plumping. So instead of this, I bought this gloss from Half Magic Beauty because I like the Half Magic Beauty gloss formula and it doesn't plump. So he's not complaining about it. So there's one last step for my weekend getaway makeup, and that is using One Size Until Dawn Mattifying Setting Spray. My best friend Mickey recommended this to me, and I use it and I love it. He says you should saturate your face fully. So here we go. I'm back. I went to go do my hair. So let me zoom in so you can see my finished weekend getaway makeup look. duochrome on the eyes and cheeks. Really simple otherwise. I still always feel so weird wearing such like light lip colors, but you know, it's perfect for something that's low maintenance, for a fun weekend getaway, which is what, you know, I did recently. I'm still not used to seeing myself in such a light lip color. I don't wear barely their lips very frequently, so it always kind of throws me a little bit off. If you're like that too, you can always put this together with a black lip. It would look great with black lipstick or a bold lip. But yeah, this was my weekend getaway makeup that I wore when Dave and I took a weekend getaway to Orlando with our friend Ami. I wore the same look Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because I wanted super easy makeup that I didn't have to think about, and this is what I put together. So let me know your thoughts on my weekend getaway look in the comments below. Thank you so much for hanging out and spending time with me. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.